time for a video. I haven't done one in quite a while, so it's really time for one. And this is going to be a little improv. I don't know really what I want to do or what I need to do. I've just taught a class. I'm feeling a little energized and good. So let's see what makes sense for me to do right now. I think we'll do some balancing, a little balancing session, and hopefully energized and mostly standing. All right, let's come to this pose. Wide-legged and really grounded, feet parallel, or if you need to, maybe a little bit of a turnout, but not too much, just so you're comfortable. And you can sit down a little bit in your legs and then stand tall and just draw the tailbone down a little bit, engage your core so you're feeling upright and connected to your upper body as well here. Arms hanging, and close your eyes, and we'll begin to find our Dirga breath. Belly, rib cage, and chest expanding as you breathe in, and exhale, letting it sink in. Breathing in, and exhale. So if you open your eyes again, just to see, I'm doing a hand motion. Inhale, belly expanding, rib cage and chest. And when you exhale, so you let the hands kind of dance with your breath. Inhale, belly, rib cage, chest, and exhale. Good, so now if you want to close your eyes again, you can. I just want you to let your hands and arms follow along with that a little bit to help you find a full Dirga breath. One more breath like that. And then maybe now you can let your arms just hang again. Bring your awareness to the soles of your feet and become really grounded there. Connecting with Earth, connecting with Mother Earth. We can take a moment to offer up our love and gratitude to our planet, our Mother. Maybe set an Earth intention as well. Something that you can do in your daily life, or a cause to serve our planet, or a big thing or a small thing, doesn't matter. Just find something you can do. And then also set an intention for yourself to have running underneath this balancing practice. A prayer, a wish, or a dedication, a gratitude, a forgiveness, anything like that. And we'll chant an Om to send that out. Deep breath in. Bring your palms together in front of your heart, sealing it in. Good. And then open your eyes again. Great. So feet are probably pretty grounded right there. So let's use that groundedness in the feet and move in a big circle. Big circle. Switch direction. Good, and then why don't we do an 8 as well? When you do that 8, you also feel like you're really sort of moving into your feet a little bit. Switch direction. You can do it fast or slow. Free up your arms if you want. Good. And then tick-tock side to side, fairly low, so that we can begin to extend one leg at a time. So you're moving into your hips. Go a little lower and a little lower. Good, and then come over to left side, lift up the right foot there, slide your, or just the toes lifting, slide your right hand down on that leg down towards the ankle, and try to open up the chest and the arms straight up. Good. And then slide back up again, square off a little bit in the center, move over to the right side, lift the left toes up, slide your hand down. Great. And coming back up again and squaring off and up together if you like. All right, so stand on your right leg and just circle out here. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Switch direction and switch foot or leg. Good. Bada boom, switch direction. Good. All right, let's step back on, so you're on the front of your mat. I'll shift a little bit, but I'll try to help you know where you are on your mat. So on the front of your mat, step back on your left and have your right leg forward if you're using a mat. Otherwise, you just orient yourself with knowing where your front and the back is. So we're going to do intense stretch here. Your feet are parallel if you can. So all sets of toes pointing forward, square off your hips and try to keep them level, flat back, going over here. Inhale up, do a couple of stretches here, and soon going to come up into a balancing pose. We'll do a warrior 3. So just find that stretch first here. Deep breath in, and then go all the way up. Just a little nudge up to release the stretch and sink a little bit deeper. One more time like that. Inhale up a bit and great. And slowly come up all the way. Soften that front leg, and we're gonna sort of move forward into a warrior 3. I might end up off the camera. Let me hop back a little bit. There. So you're gonna push and come up into balance. Maybe you're tapping the toe just before you lift. You're gonna fire up the glute, the left side. You can have arms to the side or forward if you like. And breathe. Let this glute be really active and a strong leg. Try not to clench the toes here, down below on your standing foot. And then let that leg come back down. Good. Step forward and step back, switching leg. In the front of the mat with your left leg. Good. Intense stretch first, feet parallel. And flat back. You're seeking out that stretch in the hamstring, the front leg. Inhale up. Exhale over. So you could do this with blocks, both for this intense stretch and also to have a little more security for your warrior 3, your Virabhadrasana, but I'm not using them in this session or in this video, but you can if you want to just grab your blocks and have them. So a small movement now, inhale up just a tiny tad, and you're trying to keep that flat back so you really have a nice stretch here. Up and down a few times. It's also good for balance, this pose, because it's a little bit challenging when your feet are parallel. If you need a little more support to help with the balance, to turn the back foot out a little bit would help. Come all the way up. We're going for warrior 3. So you're going to bend that front leg and make sure you're not clenching those toes here now, because that's going to take you off balance. You want to basically brace with the ball of the foot and be really grounded in those four corners. You're gonna fire up that quad and fire up that glute and lift up. So this here, right there in the glute, is where you lift that leg. See if you can level your hips. Arms, if you want, nicely to the side. It feels really good to have them here, pulling your shoulder blades together, open up the chest, and it's not so much strain for the shoulders. If you want to bring them forward, it's a lot more work. And if your shoulders are not suffering there, go for that then. If you can't, try to level your hips, keep that glute fired up, don't clench the toes, and breathe. It's a lot of work. So we're embracing that. Embrace that work. Nicely grounded. Good. And then maybe that's about the same time setting down that foot. That's warrior 3 with a little bit of stretching before that. Come to an easy stance, just neutral. You can close your eyes again. We'll do Vrikshasana next. So begin to find groundedness in your feet, and we're going to shift it over to the right leg. So you open your eyes again. Balance is way easier with the eyes open. Good. I wouldn't even recommend that you try closing your eyes. Let me just be on one level. And of course, if you have a squishy mat, I have 2 mats when I stand on the blue one. It's a little easier to just have one, or even step down on, the floor, step off of whatever kind of mat you have. Or if you're using, if you don't use a mat and you found some good, maybe eco-friendly, like these, they have socks with the non-skid stuff on. Good, hold it here. I need a sip of water. Where is it? You hold it. Excuse me. So, what you're doing now, while you're in your Vrikshasana, you're pressing the foot and the thigh together. I'll give you a point of reference, a gathering, a more energized pose. And then if you also try to draw the tailbone down a little bit, everything kind of like presses in towards the center here, from the foot, toe up to the inside the belly. And engage your core, and then lift up the upper body out of the pelvic bowl, lifting upward so you feel energized all the way up to the top of your head. And then wherever you want to put your arms, is it close here to the foot so you can help it release? Is it up here somewhere? Could be behind your back. And you can also hold on to the foot if you want, the ankle. Make sure you feel that foot that you're standing on is really grounded, with roots going down into the earth. Nice. It should feel good to be in balancing poses. It doesn't have to be super long, as long as you find that quality of like, I could stay here forever, even if that's, it's not forever. It's just like, you're in the zone. So it could be that that's not a very long time, but it feels really good to be there. Then you're cultivating the good qualities about being in that pose. Let's do the other side. Okay, so lifting up that foot. Make sure already here that you're not clenching the toes of your floor foot. Good. Pressing the foot and the thigh together. Tailbone down a little bit, just to feel a little more Engage your core and lift up strong through the upper body. Once you have your tree trunk, your standing leg like solid, you found it, then you're letting the tree have branches, maybe, and leaves. And there's other things you can do within the pose. If you feel you want to move it to another shape or slightly different, if you can stay engaged with your core. I'm not going to turn to the side now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually lift my heart and do a little bit of a back bending and sort of gazing upward. So there's these, tiny shifts of how you will place your balance forward on the foot or backward on the foot, moving your hips forward, connecting more to your back muscles. If you're just do tiny tweaks just to offer up some more fun. And then before you come out, I want you to always find that sort of like coming back to neutral with a really tall spine, engaged here. All those key points, foot to thigh, tailbone down a little bit. And also you're trying to kind of let the knee slant down and also out to the side. But it depends on this angle, who you are, how you're slightly built, what we have as individuals to work with. Good, but engage a lot. Hopefully you've, during this time, found some good qualities in the zone. Always be connected to earth and your center when you do balancing poses, so that you have your roots. And then the wind can blow high on top here, but you're also connected to here, so you're not in control over your upper body. You can grip it, whatever you're doing. Good, let's come out. Nice. Let's stand in an easy grounding pose. So wide legs again. Take a few deep breaths. And open your eyes. We'll do a third pose. We'll do extending the leg up and to hand, so hand to foot. And we'll stand on the right and so again, don't grip with your toes. Find your balance. Lean forward maybe is the easiest way to get hold of that foot, and come with your hand on the inside. There could be a grip with the hand on the outside of the foot or on the inside of the foot, or fingertips on, or not fingertips, but your index and your middle finger on the big toe. I kind of like that grip with my hand on the outside of the foot. So you do not have to extend the leg all the way. You can make it a funky kind of Shiva pose here. It feels fun, it feels good. So stay within your reach. You're going to also have like a good day and a not so, a little tighter day. It doesn't mean that it's a bad day because you're a little tight one day, but feel every day is a new day. What does it feel like today? From here, if you like, you could morph it. You can hold here if you want, or morph it. I'll give you two ideas. Maybe bringing the leg forward, and I do recommend you, I should be on the side really showing here, but I'm bending the knee and putting both hands to the foot. You could, if it feels really easy, extend the leg here, but keep control over your body and don't hurt yourself. Don't pull any hamstrings. Or you might have just stayed here. I was going to give you a second version, which is maybe just morph that leg around and come to a quad stretch. So that's a little easier for most people. Good. And slowly release. You tire out in the standing leg too, right? So shake that out a little bit. Same thing on the other side. So Ground in your left leg now. Come on the inside of that leg. Do whichever grip you prefer. Whee. And this is my side. My left foot is not as easy to balance on for me. So there we go. We're holding it here for a little bit. Look for good qualities, and remember, the leg does not have to be extended. Think of it as, you can even bend the standing leg, you know. Feel a little closer to the ground if you want. We're looking for good qualities, not to override where the challenge is, like, and just plow through, to be somewhere where we're not. Be right where you are. This is these lessons that we do, how to deal with ourselves, our bodies, or our minds and feelings, and all of it in yoga is really supposed to be bigger lessons for our life. So treat yourself kindly. All right, so we had some variations here. Remember, leg forward or to a quad stretch. But if you're going with the leg forward, please bend it first. Keep your balance. You don't want to, you know, be in a deep stretch, hard balance, and fall. So you can also just let go of the hands, but it could be a little snappy release. So work really slowly. So maybe you're extending the leg or keeping it bent, or maybe you're holding, or maybe you went to here. Any of those. Wherever you are, work with that. So now if you repeat this video and do it a few times or over and over, you know what I'm tossing out here. Make it your own. So we had all of those 3 variations, and slowly come down. A lot of work for the hip there again, so just shake it out or circle it out, maybe wiggle it out, anything like that. Good. So we're gonna just round off with this feels like a little more energized, maybe daytime practice to get this balance in. But to get ready for a day, I kind of feel like maybe just one floor stretch to open up the hips, and then we'll center. So this could be a good morning practice. Could be an evening too, but let's come down on the floor, and you may want blocks. I don't know. We're gonna do it like this, sinking forward. You might also want a blanket underneath your knee, because what we're gonna do here is just a deeper quad stretch to open up the hips. I like to do that, you know, in the morning. I like to do it during the day, so I feel like I've got access to all that energy, lower and upper body connecting. So you keep the hip down, 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 and let the heel come closer to the glute if possible, but without you hinging back again or up. So stay low, and then bring that heel in. You can close your eyes if you like. Make some good sighs. It should feel good to stretch. Great, and slowly release. Do the other side, step back, step forward. I'm just turning. Good, sinking down with the hips. Grabbing hold of that leg. And sigh. Remember, hips down first. That's your main first thing. And if it feels good, right, to bring that heel closer, you do. You might be out here, but just breathe. Nice. And slowly release. Good. can sit in this pose. Maybe you can curl the toes under and sit like that. So you stretch the soles of your feet and your toes at the same time. And if it's hard to do that, you could sit on a block or two. Sit like this. Sit in a comfortable way where your spine feels upright. Good. And we'll center here. Close your eyes. Finding your Dirga breath. Remember how we started with the belly, rib cage, and chest expanding. As you breathe in, you can do that with the hand motion if you like. Belly expanding, rib cage, chest. And then relax your hands down on your lap. Look for an intention again, maybe the same one you had in the beginning of the session. Or maybe you're finding something new, something that might relate to what you need in your life right now, what would support you, your well-being, your happiness the most. But it could also be in relationship to a cause or planet or somebody. So set some positive intentions. It can be more than one. And maybe you have forgivenesses or gratitudes, anything like that as well. We'll chant 3 Oms and 3 Shantis for peace, so you have plenty of time to send out good intentions. Let's chant. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And letting go, trusting in the universe for guidance and help. Let's bring our palms together in front of our hearts and gently bow, honoring yourself as human and divine, and to honor the divine all around us, in all living, all past, and in the whole of our creation. May our hearts know peace, and may our whole planet know peace. Shanti, Shanti, and Shanti. And when you're ready, lift up your palms, spread out a little extra goodness into the world as you walk about today or into your evening. Have some sweet dreams wherever you're going next. And thank you for joining for a little balance and some stretch. Very good. If you don't want to sit like this, obviously you can sit like this is what any way how you want to alter this little practice with me, go right ahead. All right, so I think that's it. See you next time, and like, subscribe, or join also on my Zoom classes if you want. You can find more information about that on my website, yogapranashakti.com, and that's it. Have a great day.